Well, I think our guys are excited. They've been here all summer and worked hard in the weight room. They've been in the gym a bunch, so they're excited. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to get excited, but I think we're good to go.
Timetable on Napper, if he can play at all?
I don't think they absolutely know, but it doesn't look like it. 4 to 6 months is 4 to 6 months. There's a 2-month difference there.
Well, obviously, with Issa's out for a while, depth, are you concerned about your numbers? And a lot of new guys going to have to step up and play quantity minutes?
Yeah, but they were going to play anyway. D'Angelo's had a good summer. Wes has had a good summer. If we were looking at, they were going to play anyway. Lamont's been really good. I think it gives, what it does is give Logan Rout an opportunity to play some meaningful minutes. But he's worked hard at it. He's much improved.
What kind of adjustments have you had to make, Joe, seeing as you're like 4 players different than you thought you were going to be at the end of last year?
Well, I don't think it's 4, is it?
Macon
Well,
Macon, Asa, 2 guys got injured, or Colbert. And,
but Bob, it wasn't Elijah, because Elijah and I had that talk. He was going to graduate. We knew he was going to graduate, and he had already set a year, and he needed to go make some money. It was time. I was afraid that if he was here too long, he got a little long in the tooth, to go do what he could. What his market value was way much better now than it would have been a year from now.
You look at trying to replace Nate at the top of the press. Who comes to mind immediately? Do you think can fill that role?
I don't have any idea. We haven't really, we get to 2 hours a week, and we've done some offensive things, and I don't have any idea. Lamont played there some last year. Wes is long. Actually, Magic's pretty good up there. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's got really good feet. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
You said the language barrier has been significantly reduced between.
Yeah,
and,
with both of them. Yeah.
Do you still want to press them?
Well, I don't know, Justin. We're going to have to see. We're going to press, but will it be the constant? 40 minutes. I don't know. Maybe we'll go back and play. We're big. We've really got good size, and if we played Lamont at 3, now you're 6'8", 6'10", 6'8" with Sag, 7 foot with Logan. So we might be better served to do something else, but I like the way we're playing. Our guys like the way we're playing. So we're going to keep doing it. It's just it may not be all 40 minutes, but it may be too.
Well, Logan, obviously that's a nice story. I don't remember a walk-on getting a scholarship in the last 20 years or so here. Have you done that before? And just talk us through what went into that.
Well, I've done it before. I thought he deserved one, and we actually had one. Why would you sit on one when you have a guy who's going to play minutes? He's worked hard. He's really, really worked hard. He's changed his body. He's running better. He's doing so many things better, and he deserves it. he never really. Our guys are really good. I mean, he was never really treated like in some places, the walk-ons like sit over here and then the other guys sit over here. It's never been like that with him. I mean, he's always been very much a part of our guys.
How much does he play?
I don't know. I don't know how much any of them are going to play until we start playing.
Coach, obviously the big stuff going on in the game right now is obviously with FBI investigations and this and that, coaches leaving and whatever. What, I guess maybe not exactly a state of the game kind of a question, but your kind of reaction, how do you feel, being a part, not necessarily a part of what's going on, but being a part of the game that's being investigated and being is there anything that can be said there? Does it feel any different now as being a coach than what it did, last year or yesterday?
No, I don't feel any different. All you can control is what you control, and I have some control here of our guys and our team. I don't know, I can tell you this. I heard one of the Jay Billis said guys been getting paid for 100 years. I didn't know Jay was that damn old. He looks younger than that, even though he lost his hair, Mitch. But I don't. I mean, why would you say something like that? I mean, there was somebody who said they got like 100 coaches called. I doubt that. I doubt that 100 coaches called them, and it was like 80% of them said, "I hope they don't knock at my door." And so, then a guy says, "Oh, so you think 80% of the coaches cheat?" He said, "Well, no, I'd say it's more like, now he doesn't know what to say. Now he's kind of saying, it's more like 40%. 40% of coaches don't cheat." I mean, there are some that do. But, there's people who don't obey the rules in every walk of life. It's just not us. It's just we get a lot more publicity, that's all.
Is it conceivable, though? I mean, Pino's first reaction was, "I'm shocked." I mean, is it conceivable that whatever was going on could go on without the head guy having knowledge of it? And if he has knowledge, it's complicit approval.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, could one of our guys do something I don't know about? Yeah. I mean, I'd find out. But I may not know, right away. But I would definitely find out. I think that what our charge is and what these new, the new last couple years head coach responsibility is that we make sure that our guys understand what we're going to do and things that better not happen, and if they happen, there's going to be very severe consequences, and my guys know that. But I'm blessed. I mean, I'm blessed. I've got two guys that have been head coaches that they understand. So, and Eric played for me, so Eric's got a pretty good understanding of how things work too. You know what, Bob? We've made this thing to where, and this isn't a coach's thing. This is more the headhunters and the athletic administration and all that. I mean, they go hire these guys because they allegedly recruited this guy and that guy. Well, I can promise you this: there's a hell of a lot more to what we do than recruiting a couple guys. And you look. I told Shane one time, we were kind of joking around. It was before a game, and I walked off the floor. I said, "Shane, one of two things: you need to fire me for the guys I've recruited, or pay me for winning with these guys." I mean, it's one of the two. We don't have those top whatever guys. You guys know that. I mean, we go get guys that we think can be successful in what we do, and for the most part they have. So, I think our guys are more in line with let's go work and let's go watch a lot of games and let's go see who fits in and who. Javon Carter, I went and saw. I loved him. I called Larry. I said, "Go watch this guy, see what you think." And then Ronnie went and saw him, and Eric went and saw him, and we all four loved him. I mean, why wouldn't we take him? And that same thing with Dax. So we try to get a consensus of, and sometimes you're going to see him play good, sometimes you're going to see him play not so good. But it's got to be kind of some of the other things that they do and the way they handle themselves and carry themselves, and do they like to play? You can tell the guys that like to play and the guys that are playing for the wrong reasons.
Do you long for the day when you could go back to a high school gym and talk to a high school basketball coach and a guidance counselor and a principal and the parents, or is that day gone?
There's good and bad, John. There's good and bad. You can go see a 6'10" guy and he plays against 6'3" guys or 6'1" guys, and that doesn't help you. You can go watch. You can go. You can fly somewhere and spend a lot of money, whatever, going to see a guy, and and he gets 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes. That's happened before. So, this gives us an opportunity to see guys. It's just, people got to do the right thing. That's all. I mean, if all this stuff is true, I mean, what a shame. But it's like anything else, man. I mean, if there's money involved, it gets infiltrated. I mean, and that's any walk of life. You got guys. This whole thing started because some guy embezzled a bunch of money. That's how the whole deal started. It wasn't a basketball thing. It was because it was a basketball player, I think, that lost the most money in embezzlement. But, I mean, there's good people and bad people everywhere.
Ms. Patino, and you've been in a number of different leagues with them, coached against them a number of times.
I don't know. Did we miss Calhoun? Did we miss? There's a lot of guys. And personally, I've got a great relationship with Rick. I got a good relationship with Calhoun. If Rick wants to, he'll end up on TV. So I think the thing that you learn, Justin, is that it's kind of like you go to Final Four, or you go to a coaches convention, and you say, they say, Justin Jackson just got fired. Man, that's terrible. He's a good guy. Wonder who's getting that job. It's that fast, So, I mean, guys come and guys go. I mean, Rick is one of the great coaches of all time. But I mean, we're all gonna pack it in at some point in time.
Speaking of Carter, what has he done to put him where he needs to be this year? All the things he did this summer, where he's at right now as a player.
Well, he's playing with a supreme amount of confidence right now, which is, that's part of it. You come in here as a freshman, and the game goes so fast, and you're trying to keep up with the game, and you go too fast because you're trying to keep up with the game, and I think for JC, the game slowed down for him. He's still, if he's not the best on-the-ball defender in the country, he's right up there. He's shooting the ball well. He's making better decisions. But he works at it. He's not a guy who shows up for practice and practices and then goes home and goes to sleep, or goes and does whatever. He comes up, he watches practice tape, he watches old game tapes. He really wants to be a great player, but he's been that way all along. It's not, that didn't just happen. I mean, and you think about, he was really a two guard, because we had Wani and Gary, and then Wani hurt his knee. Rico Gathers fell on Gary, and and all of a sudden he's the point guard. He did a good job. He did a good job just getting thrown into that, and not really ever playing there before.
Where does he rate work rate with like Dejan, Alexander, Forts, and some of those guys you have? Where do you put him?
He's right there. I mean, he spends an enormous amount of time in the gym. Those guys spend a lot of time in the gym, but they didn't spend near as much time watching film as he does. Not even close.
Going back to the NCAA stuff, maybe we're cynics, but I think the perception was, or the reaction was, well, this day was coming, right? Something like that, some scope. And then, I think Byron Piggy was like 20 years ago. And it kind of happened again, different outcome, but like how was it so, I guess not policed or whatever, or not corrected, where it gets sustained and still happen in some regard?
I don't know. I mean, I don't do it. It's not so. I don't. I mean, I don't.
I mean, there should. I don't know. Is there a reform system in there that? I mean, can it be police? Is it so broad that it's almost too expansive to?
Well, it's kind of like a guy told me one time. He said, in most cases, you take a poor kid and you buy him a new washer dryer and a couch and some chairs and maybe a decent bed to sleep on, and you're considered a hero, and they put you in a parade. And if we do it, we're criminals. And there's some truth to that, but not much. I mean, everybody at the end of the day has got to answer to themselves. And I don't know that I have a moral issue with it. I couldn't coach them. I could never go in to practice and have somebody holding something over my head. That's the thing that scared me more about doing the wrong thing, is that and all of a sudden you get crossways with a guy for whatever reason, and all of a sudden you're done for. And I don't know how they do it. I don't know if all that stuff that they're saying is the way it is. I don't know how you're not held hostage to them. And I couldn't do my job.
People like Piggy were charged, but do you think that jail time and such widespread publication of the jail time that these guys are getting might be a solution here?
Is it in any occupation? I mean, think about it. Guys embezzle money, they go to prison. Guys embezzle money, they shoot themselves in the head. Has it stopped people? No, it hasn't stopped anybody. No, I guess if you think you can get away with it, you probably do it. I mean, I didn't think all those people probably thought they were going to get caught. You think the guys selling drugs think they're going to get caught? I mean, I don't know. I don't think guys going to. I mean, would maybe some people? Will it everybody? No. I mean, there's AAU guys making a lot of money. There was one event this year where it was, I want to say it was $300 a coach. It wasn't like $300 a staff. It was $300 a coach. So you have three guys go. You have say all four guys go. It's $1,200 from one program. There's a lot of money to be made out there. So, is that going to stop people? No. I mean, what a great way to make money and not work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I mean, there's people say, well, you eliminate summer recruiting. Then when do we see kids? I don't know that that's a good solution. But I don't have one. I don't have a solution.
Carter, kind of an interesting offseason in the sense that, he goes through the draft process, he goes to the Chris Paul camp. I think a few weeks ago he got invited to that NBA process thing. How has that helped him maybe develop on the court, off the court? How is he going to be different this year than what we've seen before?
Well, first of all, he really didn't go through the draft process. His whole deal was, I can go get a workout in, find out what they're asking you to do, and I'll be prepared for it next year. There was never 1 second that JC ever thought about leaving. But it was an opportunity to find out what he needed to work on, what he needed to do to be able to move to that next level, which I think is, that's a pretty smart thing. And we've had guys, let's be honest now, we've had guys that have been a whole lot better for them if they had gone about it that way. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, you send a thing into the NBA and they send you back about where people are going to be drafted, and I've done this for a long time, and they're pretty close now. I mean, they're pretty doggone close. And I think I've told you this before. Kenyon came in and said, everybody's telling me I need to go to the draft. This is after his junior year. And I said, Ken, I don't know. I mean, but we ought to get as educated about this as we possibly can. So we sent the thing in. They came back. He'd be 19 to 21. And he came in. He says, "What?" And I said, they're saying you go 19 to 21. He said, "What should I do?" I said, "I don't know. I mean, 19 to 21 compared to being first, second, or third, which I think you can be, it's well worth coming back. And plus, you enjoy it. But it's up to you. It's your decision." And he left, and he came back later that day. He goes, "Coach, I'm staying. I think we can win a national championship," which I think we could have had he not got hurt. He said, "That's more important to me." And he ended up being a number 1 draft pick with a broken leg. That means you're pretty good. So,
Your schedule this year, most ambitious non-conference schedule?
no, it's too hard. It's too hard. That's why Billy retired. Billy made the schedule, then retired. Billy will never take the blame. I don't know. Yeah, we need to play Pitt, I think. I mean, I think it's great for both schools. We had a series going with Virginia. We're going to play somebody in the Big East SEC Challenge, and then they come and say, will you be the team that opens up the season for college basketball? How do you say no to that? And so we're playing Texas A&M. You know, I think the hard thing is, and I think what our people haven't even realized yet, is you go through those games. We're playing Long Beach State, who is picked to win their league, and they're very good. We're playing Fordham, who's an A-10 team. You know, they can beat you. And then we're going to Orlando, and we're going to play at least 2 high majors, maybe 3 high majors there. That's a lot of hard games. And that's before you start playing in the hardest league in the country. So I think we're pretty good. We better be. Because that's a hard schedule now.
Some younger kids that your impressions of now, you know, with Wes and D'Angelo and some of those guys.
They got a lot to learn, Mitch, but they're talented. D'Angelo's 6'6" and long, and he's got some ball skills, and he can make shots. You know, Wes rebounds it. He's really athletic, and he can step out and make shots. Teddy finds ways to score. Unfortunately, so does his man, which is something we got to fix. But their guys are going to help us. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt. We basically got 5 guys inside, but a couple of those guys are going to have to play some 3 as well. You know, they're going to have to play out on the perimeter as well. But you know, I think look at if you play, for instance, you play Lamont at 4. That's going to stretch people now. You know, the way he makes shots, that's going to stretch people, which really opens things up for JC and Dax, and those guys that can drive it. Beetle's going to have to play. Now with Napper gone down, that makes Beetle, really important for us, and he's got to continue to get better and get stronger, which he is. We got good guys, I mean, we got. I don't have all the issues that other people have, and I think a lot of it's our culture here. The culture here is that they want you to graduate, they want you to be successful. They're willing to put time in with you, and I think it just leads to having good guys. Not guys. Our guys aren't in trouble.
The way Kanate has developed, is it fair to say that you're going to need a jump in production? And more expectations, I guess, maybe is a better way to put it.
Yeah, we have a lot higher expectations of them. But Justin, the thing about it is those guys, and I couldn't name you one guy that hasn't put extra time in the gym, and Sag certainly is one of those guys. He's shooting the ball better. He's scoring it better inside. He runs better. Physically, he's a lot stronger. Dax is Dax. Dax, some days he makes them all, and some days he struggles a little, but he plays hard. You don't have to worry about his effort at all. He plays hard, and he's I think going to be a really good defender. He knows what he's doing. The hard thing is when you come in and you got 5 guys and you got to try to coach them all. I don't have to coach JC and Dax. They know what they're doing. They know what's expected of them. They know what to do.
Hunter, Chase.
I don't know. I don't care. I just, I look down there. If somebody looks like they're ready to play, I put them in.
Best player in the Big 12 right now? Could he be?
If he's not, he's tied for it. Mitch, how you tell when you got a good team? When you're sitting there and you look down and everybody's like, up off of their chair ready to go in, and then you have a bad team, you look down there and they all go like, that's a bad team.
Bob, do you know exactly how long half a season is with these?
I think so. It's 15 or 16 games. I don't know
Trying to split 31.
which
I
one.
figure he's not going to be eligible at halftime of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So do you know, which one it is?
I think it's 16, but I'm not sure.
It's kind of new to you with a situation like this. I guess Dennis was similar, but what plan do you have for him so he's not left behind, that, come game 16 or 15 or whatever it is that he's ready
To this point, Mike, he's been really good. He's been really good. Now, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard on him. I mean, it'll be hard for him to come in and practice that hard every day, and knowing that you don't have a game on Saturday. But I think he understands it. I think he understands, what's at stake for him. I think he understands how hard he's going to have to push himself.
With as much work as your guys put in, was there a certain frustration level when they didn't find out that East is gone now for half the season? Because that's the guy you were
Frustration level for our guys,
Yeah.
not for the guys that were going to get more minutes.
Yeah. There's only so much pie.
That's right, exactly right. There's only one pie.
Coach, what do you think about bringing Kentucky to Morgantown in January?
I think Cal will be great for the fish fry. I think we've already had 2 Kentucky people call in and ask to buy 2 tables. I mean, I don't know. I mean, and I don't mean any disrespect to Cal and Kentucky, but I think when Kansas came in number one in the country and we beat them, that was probably a pretty good win, and they were pretty good. And, you know, Baylor came in number one in the country and we beat them. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not like we haven't played people, you know. If that was University in Akron, they were coming in, it'd be like a holiday, you know. But it's another really good team. And you know, we had teams come in number one in the country when we're in the Big East. I don't know, man. I've done this for 40 years now. You have to understand that. It's like, it's not going to surprise me. I've told you the Calipari story, though, haven't I?
I've only been around for a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, listen, this will be really good. So I have a heart attack, and I'm basically dead, and they shocked me back to life, and they put me in the ambulance, and they're going to take me down to University Hospital, and there's a paramedic in there, and he really wasn't taking it as serious as probably what he should have, you know, and so I'm in and out of consciousness, you know, and so I come back to consciousness, and I said to him, man, how much longer? Because I'm not going to make it much longer. You know how they do. They tap you on the leg and they say, hey, listen, you know, well, you're going to be all right, you know. I said, listen, man, I ain't no old woman. I know when I'm hurt. I know I've been hurt enough. I know I'm not going to make it. How much longer? And so he gets on the deal and said, what's the ETA? And they said 22 minutes. And I heard him say, abort, and then I passed out again. When I woke up, now he was paying a lot of attention. And I mean, he's got all the stuff going, looking at all the stuff, and he said, Coach, he said, listen, man, he says, you're going to make it. I can't let you die. I'm John Calipari's cousin. You can't die till he beats you at least once. That's a true story. True story. Cal says it was his nephew, but the guy told me it was his cousin. I don't know.
Get a little worried when he beat you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to sleep that night, Bob.
Can't let you go. Have you ever played on an aircraft carrier? I know you played in the Moundsville Penitentiary. You ever played a basketball game on an aircraft carrier?
I played it right here at the. Yeah. I don't know. It can't be a whole lot worse than those bars slamming behind you. That's a pretty eerie feeling. We're not playing on an aircraft carrier. They got a military base.
Yeah.
Hangar. Yeah. Yeah, we did that when we went to Italy. Didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we did.
It's fun. Bob, Chase and Magic, you mentioned them a little bit, but your thoughts on what kind of summer they had, what do you need out of them?
They've all had good summers. We got to get Chase slowed down a little bit. Chase is going to plays really, really hard. We just got to get him slowed down on offense a little bit. And I think that's a hard thing about playing the way we play is you play so hard on defense, and then you got to slow down on offense. Once we get him slowed down, he's going to be fine.
Sort of the same for Magic, you think?
I can't figure out. Magic makes like 3 and then he shoots an air ball. I don't understand. He said to me after the banquet last year, he says, Coach, I didn't get my award. I said, what award is that? He said, most air balls in the season. So, I mean, he can shoot, though. I mean, he can make shots. So we just got to get him slowed down, play with confidence. I mean, I know the difference between my freshman year and my senior year was just a whole heck of a lot more confidence. And you worry so much, you know, when you're younger about did I do the right thing or am I supposed to do this, am I supposed to do that, and you miss a shot and it's like the end of the world. And as you kind of get older and have more experience, that doesn't happen.
Do you have any concerns at all with how the rotation's going to look?
I got all kind of concerns, Justin. You mean about basketball? Oh, I don't know. I mean, we're just going to play. We may have 3 bigs out there. We may have 3 guards out there. Depend on the situation and what we're trying to do and who we're playing against. But we did that last year, really. I mean, if you think about it, we did that. Nate probably at the end played more as like a guard at a 4, but he really didn't because we're scrambling all the time and everybody's got to guard everybody. It doesn't matter.
So it's not for everybody healthy going into
Mm-hmm.
a beach.
You can have it this time.
Yep, we're good to go.
Anything else?
Thank you.